This sucks.
It's a long story as to how I got here, but to shorten it quite a bit, all I'll say is that I found a good genre breakdown for the Nintendo 64, and I saw that there was only 17 first-person shooters, so I decided to pull a leaf from G-Man's book. I played all the Nintendo 64 first-person shooters. Hey, get that out of there. First off, we have 007 The World Is Not Enough, released in 2000. I do have to note that I'm playing in an emulator here, specifically Rosalie's Mupen GUI, but I've also played it using Project 64, using multiple different video plugins for each one, and the graphical issues you're seeing never went away, but that's just N64 emulation for you, and it's not going to affect my opinion on any game. This game was, it's alright. It's not bad at all. What it is not for me. Movement and shooting felt good, but I'll be honest, I have no idea what's going on, and also had to rely on trial and error to complete some levels. Also, screw the ski level, alright? Next up is Armorines Project S.W.A.R.M, released in 1999, and I can see why G-Man didn't like this one. It's not good, it just isn't. The movement is too fast for the turning, the music is just annoying after 10 seconds, and I have no idea in the slightest what I'm doing. It's a whole mess. I had to put it down after the first level because it was just going to take a big mental toll if I played it anymore. I'm not trying to copy G-Man too much, so I won't bring up anyone's mom, but he said that despite being such a short game, it feels the longest to get through, and yeah, I understand why he said that now.
Why are we doing so f***ing fast? Yeah, what?
For our third game, we have something actually good. Our good friend Doom 64, released in 1997. This game is great, even given the questionable controls, but hey, they worked with what they had. The music is great, and even when I don't know what I'm really doing, I'm having fun because it's Doom! Play this game, do it now, buy it on Steam, play Doom 64 EX, emulate the original N64. I don't care, just play this game. Next on the list is good old Duke Nukem 64, also released in 1997, and I'm gonna be honest here, before this my only Duke experience was the Duke Nukem Forever Restoration Project. But that's okay, because Duke Nukem is good. Just don't play it on the N64, obviously. This did make me enjoy Duke Nukem more than I thought it would, and I'm more than ready to play the original PC version. Maybe I'll even complete the N64 port for fun if I like it enough.
Go ahead, make my day.
Now the whiplash here to this next one was unimaginable. Forsaken 64, released in 1998, within the first seconds of gameplay it put me off. I'm not one to get motion sickness, but I could not bring myself to play any more of what I did play. You can even see it in my recording footage. The first, second I'm giving control, you see me stop, and you can't hear me, but I'm just, oh no! A game like Forsaken is already a mess on PC, but using a controller like this is downright unfun. Just like Nintendo 64 emulation, first-person shooters on this platform can be so hit or miss. Goldeneye 007, released in 1997, is a very beloved game, and it's easy to see why, but honestly, I prefer playing the leaked Xbox Live Arcade version. People have even implemented keyboard and mouse support via the Xenia mouse hook branch. Now this isn't to say Goldeneye on the N64 has aged poorly, it's still a great game, just not for me. Hexen, released in 1995, is an interesting game. to say the least. It's the first FPS game released for the platform, and it can be a little obvious that that's the case. The controls are very odd and aren't listed in-game, but they are usable once you actually learn them. The game is still fun, but it's again another situation where you should play this game on any other platform. I also find it interesting that Hexen released while Heretic was just completely skipped. Now here's an infamous one. John Romero's Daikatana, released in 2000, aka the game with John Romero's choice of advertising. AKA the first available video on JonTron's YouTube channel. Well, I think good old Jonathan Tronathan was exaggerating a bit for the purpose of making a funnier video. It's still not great at all. Play Daikatana on the PC. This truly is a game released on the Nintendo 64 and nothing else. Another beloved game, Perfect Dark, released in 2000, certified best N64 FPS by Mr. Warren Fowler. I don't understand this game at all. Call me stupid, but I can't even finish the first level. It's not to say it's bad at all. I actually enjoy the gameplay quite a lot, and I want to play it more. But it's not happening with the N64 version. The problem is, the only other way to play is the Xbox 360 version, which, given the state of the Xbox marketplace and given how the game currently runs in Xenia, that won't happen for a while. I am willing to play the game much more when it is playable, though. Quake 64, released in 1998, is Quake on the Nintendo 64. That's it. It's not bad. Just don't play it on the N64. That is all. Quake 2, on the other hand, released in 1999, is another Doom 64 situation. Kind of. New maps, but same assets and sounds. Some new additions, all the same. This was actually because Quake 64 wasn't a Doom 64 situation. A lot of people complained that it wasn't new content, so Midway amended that with Quake 2. With that said, there's no reason to play the original N64 game, as the N64 maps were included in the recent Quake 2 remaster on all platforms. Quake 2 was always good, by the way. Now, I generally don't enjoy South Park. It's not for me, but South Park, released in 1998, was a surprisingly fun, lighthearted FPS game. It's one of the few games I might actually play again on the N64. Keep in mind, I'm not saying it's absolutely amazing, but it was good fun, especially considering some of the other games I've played here. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Not Siege, released in 1998, was another surprisingly fun experience. You may be able to tell from the gameplay, but I'm not particularly great nor tactical in these kinds of tactical games. But this is something that I could see myself playing again, just not on the N64. They did what they could, and it does work, but I'd much rather play this game on PC, which I'll do. Now we come to the Turok games. Now, I'm not sure how beloved these games are, because depending on that, I may discredit myself here, as if I already did do that with Goldeneye and Perfect Dark. Turok Dinosaur Hunter, released in 1997, was not the most enjoyable game I've played, but I did have fun for a little bit. I really felt like this game overstayed its welcome for me, especially its platforming. I'm not opposed to playing this game again, but it's never gonna be my first choice. Now, Turok Rage Wars, released in 1999, I just did not like. It was more than just not understanding what was going on. I just wasn't having that much fun at all. It's a multiplayer-focused game, which is not a bad thing, but I didn't see myself having much fun if I had played it with friends either. Maybe if somebody was drunk? Turok 2 Seeds of Evil, also released in 1999, and also not very fun for me. This felt like they took everything I enjoyed from Turok 1 and then they removed it. That's really all I can say for this game. Turok 3 Shadow of Oblivion was more of the same, albeit in some way I enjoyed it more than Turok 2. Not by much at all, though. Well, that was a not great send-off, but hey, I had fun. I came out enjoying more games than I expected, and I think I might even do this for other genres and other platforms. And now we get to the unscripted part of the video. Thanks for maybe watching. I really just needed to make a video to get my, creative legs stretched, get the blood pumping, because I haven't done anything in a bit. If you haven't noticed, the speedrun doesn't count. The Half-Life video is still definitely coming. I do want to complete that series. There will be a bit of my life where I won't be doing YouTube or anything online at all, and I will come back after that, and I will finish it. But, Half-Life, I've just gotten so stumped writing the script, like, multiple times. I've had to delete and rewrite, and it just wasn't fun. I wasn't getting anything done, so I'm glad that I could get something done for once. I do also have other video ideas that I want to work at, but I'm thinking I go at one at a time. See, I'll still be working on Half-Life and the Valve videos on the side, but I think it'd be better if I was releasing more videos like this so that I could finish the bigger projects that I want to finish, but still get some videos out along the way. Maybe that's a bad idea. I have no idea. But that's about it, and yeah.